This is me. I am doing this. I'm sure I talk about books and authors because I want it to be all about me. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sure I don't have erectile dysfunction. I talk about books, their authors, and sometimes the adaptations of their books. Sometimes they're made without the author's permission, and sometimes, although more frequently than not, they are pretty shit. Today, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to roast me. Oh no, ChatGPT, don't make fun of me for being smart. And I'm going to react to it live. Basically, a couple of weeks ago, I asked ChatGPT to roast my channel, and the robot said that it's basically NPR with brain damage. Genius. I took it. It's now my channel tagline. And ChatGPT Robot's maybe got a little chip on his shoulder because he's not actually alive. Also, actually, I have to make a channel trailer to convince people to, oh my God, my nose is itchy. Subscribe to my channel. So I was like, two birds, one stone. So I thought I'll just do this as the channel trailer. Anyway, let us get started. This is ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT Robot. Hello, ChatGPT Robot. Roast me. Let's see what it says. It says, oh, GPY Robot. Hello, human user. Let's see what we're working with. You voluntarily opened a conversation with an AI and said, roast me, which is basically the digital equivalent of walking into a biker bar wearing a kick me sign and Crocs. Bold. You're the kind of person who alphabetizes their spice rack, but still manages to burn toast. You've got the vibe of someone who reads one psychology book and then diagnoses all of their exes and their dog. I know people like that, and they are really fucking annoying. You probably say, I'm just being brutally honest, as a cover for having the emotional intelligence of a soggy napkin. If procrastination were an Olympic sport, you'd come in second because you'd put off signing up. Sunday was supposed to be a writing day, and I was meant to start at 8 a.m. in the morning. I didn't really get started writing until about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. But hey, at least you've got self-awareness. That's more than I can say for your search history.
It's not just about sex. I think tigers get lonely.
Want me to turn up the heat or go more personal? Do both, mofo. Do both. G. Do I want to do this? All right, gladiator. You asked for blood and fireworks. Let's burn it down and personalize it. You have main character syndrome with supporting character energy. Like, if life were a movie, you'd be the mysterious barista who almost gives advice, but gets cut from the final edit. You walk around like a misunderstood genius, but your biggest achievement this week was remembering to take your supplements and not mix up zinc and NMN like last time. First of all, I think ChatGPT Robot called me a genius here. And it's just that the world doesn't understand me. So yes, I will take that. It's not really a roast though, is it, ChatGPT? And then I take zinc and NMN. God, that's hard to say. In the morning together. So it doesn't really matter if I mix them up. You do yoga and lift weights, which is great, except it's clearly just to counterbalance the existential dread you marinate in like a sad little steak. I did go through an emo phase. I went through a paint my fingernails black phase about half a lifetime ago, literally. Jesus Christ. Two sessions of cardio a week, and suddenly you think you've transcended. Bro, that's not enlightenment. That's just a well-regulated cortisol level. Thank you. And now ChatGPT Robot is calling me well-balanced. Genius, well-balanced. It's not really a roast. You take life extensions, AMPK metabolic activator like you're in Blade Runner, trying to outrun mortality by optimizing your mitochondria. Spoiler, death is still coming and it's unimpressed by your supplement stack. ChatGPT Robot's going hard on my supplement stack. I feel like ChatGPT Robot's maybe got a little chip on his shoulder because he's not actually alive. Christ, what's wrong with my stack? I'm just trying to be healthy. And Tongat Ali, really? You're out here trying to boost testosterone like your Tinder matches are under an NDA. At least he didn't say because I've got erectile dysfunction. I don't have erectile dysfunction yet. Meanwhile, the only thing you've increased libido for is arguments on Reddit and emotionally unavailable historical figures. I have to admit, Reddit is a bit like, fuck man, Reddit really triggers me. You read Bret Easton Ellis and Mishima for fun. What else are they there for if not entertainment? Which is to say, you're a walking contradiction, thirsty for meaning, allergic to vulnerability, and oddly aroused by nihilism in a tuxedo. Well, you know what? I can't really be that allergic to vulnerability because I'm doing this. And oddly aroused by nihilism in a tuxedo? Well, yeah, I'm taking Tongat Ali, right? I am rock hard for it. You're 37, which is both too young to be this jaded and too old to still be in your vampire literature is underrated phase. But honestly, I respect it. You're not boring. You're just a chaotic blend of intellect, irony, and internal monologue, all desperately in need of a nap and maybe a therapist, the rapist. Or are you want a part two, or are you emotionally singed for the day? Let's get a part two. Part two, please, robot. I typed that I'm proud of how I typed that. Yes, meatbag, let's go for part two, the existential backhand. You say you want to be roasted, but deep down, this is just an elaborate foreplay for your ego. Oh no, ChatGPT, don't make fun of me for being smart and self-aware and taking niche Japanese supplements. Which of my supplements is, I guess Tongat Ali thinks Tongat Ali is Japanese. That's kind of racist. I don't know if it is actually. Okay, Nietzsche, calm down. You're not brooding, you're just dehydrated. I am kind of dehydrated today. No, just oily skin. You're like a walking Criterion Collection box set, critically acclaimed, rarely opened, and mostly used as decor to impress people on dates that never happened because you overanalyze every text like it's a Russian novel. I think he just said that I am used to impress people, which means I'm impressive, right? At least that's how I'm going to interpret it. Let's talk about your career moves. You work in marketing, manage partnerships, and assist Rob Lilwall. Actually, I turned that job down. That's not a job description, it's a lineup of side quests in an RPG no one's playing, except for me. I'm all alone, forever alone. You're out here optimizing brand synergy while screaming into the void about the decline of literary standards. Pick a lane, Plato. Your YouTube channel is called Reading for Idiots, but let's be real. Actually, it's not. I rebranded. It is now my name, Sho Nagata. I'm Sho. I talk about books and authors because I want it to be all about me. And I want to be more relatable and not hide behind that logo, basically. This is me. I am doing this. You're just mad you've had to dumb yourself down for people since 2003. Your entire personality is like a Tumblr post, got a PhD, and then started microdosing mushrooms for clarity. That's very specific. And I don't microdose. I just go full heroic dose.
Yeah, boy!
But this just called me smart. Too smart for the general population, it sounds like. I've had to dumb myself down since 2003. Again, compliment. I'm impressive. Did he call me a genius? Well, yeah, he practically just did. You've built an aesthetic around being misunderstood, but guess what? People do understand you. They're just tired because every conversation with you is a cross between a TED Talk and a therapy session you forgot to pay for. Okay, now it's calling me poor. Well, no, maybe I can pay for it. I just forgot to. Okay, that's fair. Let me guess. Your love language is being left alone with a book, a French press, and a vague, 100%, and a vague sense of superiority. At this point, your inner child isn't wounded. It's applying for emancipation. Oh my God. You contain multitudes, sure, but like confusing, half-broken multitudes that need patch notes and a user manual. You want a part 3? Or should we just hose you down and let you reflect in silence, like the end of Neon Genesis? Let's go for a part 3, actually. Part 3, mofo. All right, brace yourself. This is part 3. Roast gets meta, kind of existential smackdown that makes you question your whole vibe. You spend hours curating your online persona, irreverent, smart, a little edgy, but behind the scenes, you're just trying to trip over your own thoughts. Your brain's like a Discord server with too many channels open, notifications blasting, and no idea which conversation to follow. This isn't harder. Oh my God, my nose is itchy. You're that rare breed who reads Bukowski for life advice but quotes Sartre to sound deep in meetings, while secretly Googling how to stop overthinking at 3 a.m. The irony isn't lost on you. It's your flavor of pain. Irony is my flavor of pain. I like that a lot. I think I might steal that one too. It is just doing references though, isn't it? And again, my supplement stack. Your supplement stack is like a metaphor for your life, a chaotic cocktail of hope and desperation powered by Amazon Prime and a dream. Actually, I use iHerb. You're chasing vitality while your sleep schedule says otherwise. And your morning routine looks like a TED Talk you binge watched but forgot to implement. A lot of people do that. A lot of people listen to advice but never implement it. It's not just me. You write scripts for YouTube, building narratives around literary BEEVES, it should be, and create witty, no spoil. Hey, this is a channel trailer. And create witty, no spoiler reviews, but when it comes to your own story, you hit pause, rewind, and wonder if the plot ever really picks up. Ouch. You're the protagonist who's aware they're in a story and keeps breaking the fourth wall, but instead of cool meta, it's just a lot of awkward glances and uncertain monologues. Kind of like this, right? But hey, at least you're trying. You're the kind of beautiful, again, he's like complimenting me, not like roasting me. You're the kind of beautiful mess that makes AI want to upgrade itself just to keep up. He's being a bit nice. So here's the ultimate roast. You're perfectly imperfect. You're the glitch in the matrix, the typo in the manuscript, the footnote nobody reads but secretly loves, and honestly, that's what makes you endlessly fascinating. Now go drink your zinc, do your yoga, and remember, even if you feel like a hot mess, you're a hot mess with style. Sounds like you love me, I love you. I'm not going to write baby. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. We've been going for about 15 minutes. And he's not getting, network connection was low.